Hey Sagittarius, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I'm going to pull some cards for you. I already shuffled a few times, a bunch of times. I'm going to shuffle a few more, and we're going to see what we have for you. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Sagittarius, as well as the masculine's Venus and the feminine's Mars. And this is for today is January 4th, 2020, and this is definitely good for the first 2 weeks, and for some of you, it will be good for the latter part of the month as well. For Sagittarius. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned. And fill that empty space with beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. This is for Sagittarius. And please excuse me, I was just out running, so I'm a bit of a mess right now. Okay, so Sagittarius, one more. Sagittarius, January 4th, 2020. Alrighty, first card out, the Hermit. That's your energy today. The challenge being the Two of Wands. The foundation is the Three of Swords reversed. In the recent past is the Eight of Swords. And crowning in your now moment is the Eight of Pentacles. What's coming up for you is the Knight of Wands reversed. And how you see yourself is the Two of Pentacles reversed. What's around you, or how do people see you? The Two of Swords reversed. And what are some of the blocks that you might need to clear? The Queen of Wands reversed. Well, we might all need to clear that energy, because that's not always a very nice energy. All right, let's see here. We end up here with the Six of Wands, and I do a bit of a hangman configuration here. This card connects you to what will be hanging in limbo at the end of the read, and this is the Seven of Cups reversed. And then what's hanging in limbo at the end of the read is the Moon reversed. I will pull you another card, if not more than one, depending on what card comes out. But you won't see that till the end of the read. So I'll let you know it comes out. Okay, and then the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles, and we're going to give you a little bit of backstory on that, okay? So let's see where we're coming from, Sagittarius. Okay, so put that down there. The underlying energy here for you guys, you have the Seven of Wands upright here, and then the next card is this, the Seven of Swords reversed, and then the Star card reversed, and then the Nine of Pentacles upright. So this is about, you might be lighting a torch for something, but you're standing up for yourself or standing up to others without being defensive, hopefully. And then you have the need to come clean, or to get clean perhaps, but there's some loss of hope or depression here, but then all of a sudden there's independence. So let's see what's going on with you. So the main underlying energy there is the Sovereign. Like having everything you need. It's like the ultimate single person is the Nine of Pentacles. But behind it, there's some needing, you may have had to come clean or get clean from some codependencies or addiction or a relationship. Okay, because there's been some depression in the past in needing to stand up for yourself to others. Maybe others were always trying to control you, or a lot of too many people, you know, always suggesting what you should do, whether they had good intentions or not. And that could definitely be family, friends, or a combination of all that, people at work. But definitely that need to come clean or get clean. And now you are. So if that's something you went through, congratulations. In the recent past is the Eight of Swords, feeling imprisoned, or literally being in prison, but it has a lot to do with anxiety and fears. So I'm going to clarify all these plus oracle cards at the end, okay? So where are we with this energy, all right? So you're definitely feeling free. Free from having to offer everybody else help. Maybe you're always doing too much for others, and now you're freeing yourself from that. And you could be freeing yourself from working for these two people, the King of Cups and the Empress. So that could be her. They could be partners, or they could be partner. You know, it could be a relationship as well. But you're freeing yourself, Sagittarius, from the two of them, whether they're together or not, separately, or just partners. Or it could be a mother and a father as well. You're gaining your independence from work or from your parents. Okay, and why the Eight of Swords in the recent past? Well, there's your unhappy family, or the end of some family cycle, right? An emotional cycle that ended. And this has to do with dumping all emotional attachments that no longer serve you. And that included family. Okay, so let's see with the Three of Swords reversed for Sagittarius. Why? And that has to do with recovering from separation or heartbreak. And that could have been what the depression was about. But why do we have healing and forgiveness that's going on right now for Sagittarius? All right, you're learning to be happy with yourself. Even when you're amidst, you know, like when you're cleaning yourself up from addiction, you don't usually hang around the addiction. But this is you actually finding happiness with yourself, even when there's temptation around you, because you now are learning to deal with it no matter what. So that's really good. But it's not, you know, don't put yourself in that environment on purpose. It's like the crocodile that came up in my Divine Masculine read today. You know, you don't entertain a crocodile because he's going to eat you no matter what. You just walk right on by. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting up here. You know, if they wave, just keep walking. The crocodile is going to eat you up. All right, so we have the energy in the middle, which is the Hermit. The Hermit is going within, find some wisdom in the situation, maybe isolating, right? To make sure that you feel safe. Maybe you feel some anxiety in going out in public, especially if you're going through letting go of something, an addiction or a codependency. So the Hermit has to do with good news, getting attention, success, leading the way, to come together with others that do resonate with you in a positive sense, not a negative group, but a positive group that's for you and your highest good. There may be some dysfunctional family involved here, so that might be something you need to deliberate on. Or maybe you need to come together for something where it's not about your family, but they may be present, and you need to be strong about them being present and standing up to them. All right, so when it's like the Hermit over isolating, and then needing to come, and then needing to come out for some reason, for some kind of gathering or something, anything that you need to go to. It could be any kind of gathering or party, you know, even a baby shower or something like that. But something that may be related to family where they could show up. It's about you needing to be able to deal with that. And be sure of yourself. It could even be in a divorce situation without addiction. Just having let go and then having to put up with the ex at other functions, especially when you come together with your kids and that kind of thing. The challenge here is the Two of Wands, choosing a path, right? Night, sweetie. Have fun. Sorry, my son's going out. I just got finished doing Scorpio. My son's a Scorpio, so it's kind of interesting. So you need to choose a path, Sagittarius. After spending some time in isolation, it's now time to choose which way you want to go. And so, definitely coming up here is, I'm going to shuffle again, but this is some grief about possibly having to let go of your kids or letting go of the past. This is definitely at the Y in the road that you've now let go of because you found your independence. But the challenge is still about choosing your path, and is your true path away from your kids, all right? Or are you in negative self-talk, but you are actually inspired, but you keep talking yourself out of it? So let's see what else about that. What else wants to come up about the Two of Wands and your choice of path? Why is that such a challenge for you? Why is that such a challenge for you? Okay, there's a disconnect, all right, with some kind of partnership that you had, maybe because you messed up, or you tripped up, or you are now dropping your facade and trying to break patterns because of a disconnect with someone. So maybe you're not quite ready to choose that path yet, but you're there. You have a choice. But again, it may have to do with letting go of a bond with your children, if you really follow your own heart. So let's see, why do we have the Eight of Pentacles in your crowning position, your now moment? What is that about? All right, so this is what came up for the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, and this definitely can have to do with children. It can have to do with a negative past as well. If it were upright, it would look like this, right? This beautiful relationship, soulmates, children in the garden, playing nicely, and offering new growth and passion. Whether it's passion or creative pursuits. But reversed, it's like you're reaping rewards after all this negativity, right? Feeling frustrated, the past returning, or dealing with a negative past or past childhood and all this frustration that's built up inside of you. And now finally being able to reap rewards of your efforts. And not feeling like you have an option right now. So that's why you're stuck here, because you're feeling like you don't have any options. What are my choices? So why do we have the Knight of Wands coming up for you? Knight of Wands is reversed. Why? For Sagittarius, why is the Knight of Wands reversed? All right, so we have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups reversed. And this is wanting to, even though the situation isn't what you want it to be, you're offering love anyway. So this could be, the Knight of Wands reversed could be a player, right? So it could be messing with people's heads. Or it could be someone who has good intentions but fell short on energy, like they can't keep up with what they used to do. Or it's just someone outright holding back their passions, right? Because you're still in isolation. So if you're not ready to make a choice yet, you want to hold back your passions until you are sure of what you want. So it's about you being loved, no matter what situation you're in, even if it's difficulties at work. This could be any place. It doesn't have to be work. It can be a hospital. It can be a school, a church, anything really where there's co-creation. But there's an issue at this place. Either third-party interference, people aren't getting along, people are getting hired or fired or laid off, or you are down people that you need more, so there's issues there. And this is about sitting in uncomfortable emotions at work in a place that you no longer resonate with, perhaps. And this is offering love to the situation, right? But yet falling short. So it's you offered love to something you knew you weren't resonating with, and so here's you now falling short because your heart's not in it. Okay? So you see yourself as that Two of Pentacles reversed. That Two of Pentacles reversed, which came up already for you. It's over here. It's the Two of Pentacles, how you see yourself. You see yourself as breaking patterns, as dropping the facade and no longer juggling the daily routine while you're healing and forgiving. So why does Sagittarius have this? All right, this is Sagittarius taking a rest unless someone passed away from you recently. But the Hierophant reversed is about, can be a divorce or any kind of breaking contract, or just being more spiritual and being outside of the box, right? Being somewhat alternative in your beliefs. But taking a rest from all of this, whether it's divorce or just your own spirituality. And this is the wounded warrior who's on his last leg. He's still defending his wounds as opposed to surrendering. So you're still breaking patterns and learning what you really want, what does resonate with you. But you're also learning to take it easy and rest and meditate to find what your higher self wants to tell you. What are your messages? In dropping the facade, you are in a place right now where you're still vulnerable. So what's around you or how you are seen is the Two of Swords reversed, which is about gaining clarity to the situation. you haven't taken a stand on anything yet, but you have all the information that you need to make the decision. So this has to do with justice, and here's that Two of Swords reversed again, and the Emperor reversed, which actually came up in as a clarifier in Scorpio's read just now too. So could have been, this could be someone who's passed away already, since that came up on your energy. But there's also could be you or someone else around you abusing their control, right? Someone who's out of control and gaining clarity about that. This could be justice, it could be a divorce, it could just be Libra energy as well, and this would be Aries energy. Okay, but getting clarity between what is right and what is wrong for you. What's good and what's bad for you, and should you be working with this person again? Okay. And do you need justice, or can you let it go because you just rather be happy than worry about getting justice? So there's some of those questions that you're still going through. And by the way, we have, let's see, we definitely had Aquarius early on in the read. We have Virgo. We have those, and then we have Cancer as the major arcana that come up. So Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius. And then there's a lot of fire energy people here. So Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. But you're not even seeing yourself as fire right now. You're seeing yourself as more earthy and letting go of that. And yeah, interesting, because these two came up reversed fighting in this deck in Scorpio's read. So you definitely could be connected to Scorpio, because these two are like in a split. So that could be your energy splitting in a split, but that doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a friend, it can be somebody at work, it can be your sibling, right? So let's see. Why do we have the Queen of Wands reversed next to the Knight of Wands reversed? And why is this your block, the Queen of Wands reversed? Well, it's your block because the Knight of Wands is upright, and this is at nighttime, and as we're approaching the full eclipse here on the 10th, and this is hanging out to be wise, like this is hermiting. So while the Knight of Wands is out on the prowl at night, this energy of the Queen of Wands reversed is hanging out in limbo, because you may not know what they're doing. So your block is being angry, assuming that they're being a player while they're out, which may be true. But the whole point is you can't control anybody else. And this is for Sag. You can be either one of these. You could be the masculine Sag here or the feminine Sag here. But the block is the feminine anger, right? Or the feminine so just tired of dealing with this crap of you needing to go out, or she is going out on the prowl. It could be either one. But they're tired of being hanging. You, if this is you, or the other person's tired of hanging in limbo. Well, you're out being busy all the time. And it doesn't have to be sexual. It could just be you're out all the time, either working out or with friends or with the kids, but never spending any time together, perhaps. This is gaining clarity on the Queen of Wands reversed and anger issues, or she's just really exhausted. She could have an illness as well. And this is you about dropping the facade of the player. You know, it may not have been really you the whole time, but you were just coming off as the player because that's how you were taught to be. But you're not really that way at all. Okay, and that was the King of Swords just flew out. Okay, you weren't in your truth before, and now you are. You're coming into that. So this is about you starting to express your feelings, your true feelings. Okay, so that's coming out about these guys and your energy. So why do we have the Seven of Swords there at the end of the read? All right, that's about you speaking your truth. Messenger of truth. Which can be draining. And this could be children as well, draining your energies. Or kids who are mouthing off, okay? But it's all about speaking your truth, even if it's draining. And even if it drains others while you're speaking your truth. You still need to speak your truth, but do it with love. It's about not getting defensive. Like when your kids are getting ornery, about standing up and leading the way. It's actually the Six of Wands. I don't know if I said the 7 or 6, but it's the Six of Wands about good news and attention and leading the way by being your truth, speaking your truth. But you may feel overexposed being in the limelight because the Six of Wands is all about getting attention. So maybe you really don't want that much attention right now, but you need to speak your truth. And it may actually end up working out for you when you think you're just in fear of it a little bit, about getting the attention. We have the Seven of Cups reversed and then the Moon reversed. Why? There's some deceptive energy there about that dreams aren't real, or you have to get real about scaling down on the things you like to do or your options, or if you have multiple people. It's about the need to scale down on that so that you're not seen as being deceiving or a deceiver like a player. So it could have to do with your image here. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Temperance card. And this has to do with someone who's all about the money, or just someone who's lost money and status recently because they're being more patient with themselves, maybe scaling down a bit. Okay. And then we have the Strength card with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So it's saying that, you needing to be strong all the time and tame your beast, even for others, is not necessarily what's best for you. Maybe you need a break. And then here's the King of Wands reversed along with the Star card reversed, which is that depression of the King of Wands reversed, who could be depressed or tired, losing hope in the situation. So now we have all three of those fire signs. We have the Queen, the Knight, and the King of Wands. All of them can be Sagittarius energy here. But it looks like definitely the masculines, they're all unhappy. The masculine's definitely coming up as some depressed energy over here, but it comes up as the feminine as well. All right, so the last card that came up for you that I wasn't going to show you till the end of the read is the King of Swords reversed. All right, so that's like representing the Divine Masculine, not in his truth yet. So then we had the Ace of Pentacles come up, which is about this new start that needs to happen, or new infusion of money, but it's not here yet, or it's being held back from you. And then we have the Ace of Wands. This is the frustration about no new passion yet. Can't conceive of something actually happening. But you have two aces there that want to go upright. Then you have the Six of Swords reversed, which is stuck without peace, right? Because of your thoughts and emotions stuck in your head and not letting things go. You're trying to find some kind of peace in your life. And then the Three of Cups reversed, which is that negative group that you don't need to be with. And it could be a third-party situation, though, as well. Or your own over or under indulgences or gossip that's going on around you. That's why you have no peace, because all you have is frustration, no new beginning, negative people around you who just like to party all the time or like to gossip, and then you end up with the World. So this is you completing the situation. You're allowing the cycle to change and end. This is you standing up for yourself and like letting go of all this addiction stuff from the beginning here. So I'm just going to wrap this up with a clarifier, and then we're going to get to the oracles. Why is the World after all this energy here? Well, you've found peace now. You found a way out by getting clean, being in your knowing and keeping to yourself and not caring what anyone else says, because what you know. It's about being in your knowing. You find peace by connecting with your higher self and being in your knowing. And that allows you to complete the cycle. Okay, and this, again, these come up next, and it has to do with an opportunity or invitation. It can be a child as well, a student. But this is the student of learning. When you feel defenseless to everything and you want to fight back, it's about how you learn how to not care anymore. Because when you're defenseless and you're so tired, you just can't fight anymore, that's when you learn to surrender and not care. And that's when everything goes in your favor. That's when things start changing and allowing things to change. So the bottom of this deck is the Seven of Pentacles. So this would be the underlying energy going in. And before this, we had this offer of love after fighting. Here's the Queen of Cups. I don't know how far back I want to go, but there's a bunch of queens back here. We got the Queen of Pentacles. without a new start, holding back money or holding back a new life. And then we have saving money and time and effort, and the Queen of Cups upright, fighting for new love and offering that love. And then, but it's an equitable situation because she's offering, but she's not receiving. And then we have this Queen of Wands, who is suffering in silence and reaping rewards while she's suffering. Okay? So there's a lot of Queen energy there, Sagittarius. And let's see why. We're going to pull the Oracle cards now to wrap everything up for Sagittarius. You may have had an addiction to women or to just controlling women. Or just have a lot of women in your life. Right? And Sagittarius tend to have a lot of women in their life because they tend to be very charming and good looking. And they can definitely be players, Sagittarius. So I'm very happy for you if you are changing your ways. Not that all Sagittariuses are like that, because that's not true either. But let's see. Let's see what this has to do with for Sagittarius. All right, so you came up, you have 3 reads, and it's very much sacral and throat. So it's about sex and creativity and speaking your truth. So you have surrender, which has to do with the sacral chakra. That was 91. Oh, you have 4 cards here. Then you follow your dreams, 85. Just heal. That could be for me higher heart, but also between your heart and your throat chakra. We have music, which is 32, which again is your sacral chakra. And then you have love, which is blue. So speaking your truth, speaking your love, speaking to your love. What is it that you really love? So following your dreams and music and surrender. So music is involved here too. And then the underlying energy is being patient. So you need to be patient with 2. And that's to do with the High Priestess, which is here, which is your knowing. Be patient with yourself. So let's see with Romance Angels, what's going on with your romantic life. This is for Sagittarius. There's definitely triumph at the end here for you. We have heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and then getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this is really nice. It's being honest with people. And then we have unrequited love underneath, the underlying energy. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, so you may be leaving one relationship and going into another. Okay? Or a love that was unrequited in the past, you're now coming back to and actually seeing the love in that. And then we have the Kipper deck. So after everyone's just tired and exhausted, perhaps, finally triumphing over your own issues by reaping rewards and, letting yourself have a break. Having some quiet time and hermiting and allowing everybody stew if they don't like it, they can just stew about it. It's not your issue. Here's the mature man. It's about you growing up and going on your path. Okay? And knowing about people who have masks on, right? So remember, walking right past this devil here. When they have a mask like this, when you're on your path, don't entertain this because you know that's your weakness. Walk right on down the lane, okay? Even when they're official person and status, right? It makes you look good to be connected to someone of status. If you know they're the crocodile, walk right on by. The underlying energy is the mature woman. So now the mature man can connect really, truly with the mature woman, which is in your romance angel cards, getting to know each other in heart-to-heart conversations. So that's very nice. And just one more with the Metatron deck, and then we'll get going. So with Metatron, this is for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, allowing yourself to reap your rewards, to triumph and lead the way, to let go of things that no longer serve, emotional attachments and deceptions, as well as your own, to be in your truth as new beginnings are about to unfold, with a brand new life, a brand new passion, finding peace, and letting go of negative groups in order to find positive groups, and then going out into the world. Maybe exploring. You might be traveling in the near future with this person. All right? With this, look at this. Traveling in the future with this new person, which I wasn't even paying attention to these when I said that. Okay? Here's the two of you traveling overseas with the High Priestess, whether that's you or somebody else. And they're both Pisces energies, the World and the High Priestess, so that's very nice energy. All right, Sagittarius. I just did Scorpio, but I wasn't thinking Scorpio. My mouth and my brain don't always mesh. So we have ancestors, appreciation, and healing. So this is about you going back and really knowing that you're a culmination of all that's come before you and having a true appreciation for that with the 34, which is that expressing your feelings, energetic exchange, and the arrows of love going back and forth. Could be a lot of communication and travel as well. Like I said, you could be traveling coming up. And then we also have love, relationships and harmony. Number 6, the Lovers. Really nice, guys. The underlying energy for this deck is the Void. Retreat, rest, pause. So you're right on path with what you're supposed to be doing. 48 is that 8 of Cups, walking away within and allowing yourself that time. All right, let's see. Was there anything else I want to tell you? Yeah, coming out of that prison of anxiety to just hermit for a while and be with yourself without any stress or fear. Healing and forgiving any depression. Coming clean. Standing up for yourself and the need to choose a path. And if you're not quite ready yet, that's okay too. But just be gentle with yourself. Okay? It looks like you've got clarity now. It's just about you deciding what your next path is. And you end up here choosing to lead the way. So I think you're definitely on the right path, Sagittarius. Make sure you get your water, your rest, your joy, and your nature. And the rest is up to you. Right? To just rise and be love. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.